What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Gaming Out, episode 69. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm so happy to be back with these wonderful people. Today we're gonna try to talk about a little bit about the Mario movie, hopefully. I just want to talk about one part, but the best part, for me at least. We're gonna talk the Xbox Showcase. Xbox announced a showcase, particularly talking about a Gears of War E-Day deep dive. So I'm excited to hear our fellow Gears players on that. PlayStation, Johnny said it's just natural. Raising prices, everybody raising prices. PlayStation raising prices, and some people are really pissed about that, as everybody is. And Switch 2 sales are down, so they cut production by 30%. So we're gonna get into that with a couple other questions that I came up with. Let's start off with some introductions. Johnny, man, what's going on? How you been?
Hey guys, just trying to keep sane with a new war on and everything. America's doing its thing out there right now, and we're all,
Man,
not much else to say about it.
horrible, horrible. We just were talking about that. Caroline, what's going on?
I got back from a business trip yesterday, and I am not traveling until next Sunday, which I'm like really excited about. So that means I can stay
That's
home
good.
and relax and catch up on gaming.
D-Lo, man, what's going on from Texas?
Man, when I tell y'all I'm busy, my kids got to perform at the state capitol tomorrow, so I got to get on the bus at 3 a.m., perform at 8:45, and come back at 2:30 in the afternoon. Then I got a gig on Saturday, and I'll probably gonna be gone from 4:30 all the way until midnight. I am tired, and I'm ready for school to be over. We got 31 days left, and I'm over it. I'm over all this.
See, Johnny, I'm like you. Caroline and D-Lo be moving. I be just trying to. I be trying, man.
Man,
DJ, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man? Not much. Just working, playing. I'm still playing Slay the Spire, so that boy's still holding strong.
Still keeping your attention, man. Okay. We ain't really. I mean, I feel like it's been forever. It's been 2 weeks, I guess, but I feel like it's been forever. And I don't think Johnny was on 2 weeks ago. I do hear a little echo. I don't know whose it is, but I hear a little. Y'all hear that echo?
A little bit.
Yeah, do hear a little
how about
echo. A little bit in the background. But anyways, let's go with what we've been playing, man. What y'all been doing, what you've been up to. It don't even have to be what you've been playing, what you've been up to. It's been a minute, so I want to catch up first. Johnny, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of World of Warcraft. I'm through my cycle, my hyperfixation cycle, and I'm coming off of WoW now, and I've picked up Hunt Showdown again. So I've been playing that again recently. So I guess I cycle through. I've got like 3 main games that I cycle through. It seems WoW, Hunt, and League, and that's it.
Nothing new. You ain't caught nothing new. Caught your eye on Steam. Nothing cheap. Nothing.
In this economy, what are you talking about? No new games. Let's see. No, I
Don't
don't
let
think
the
so.
world rule your life.
Hey, I'm just living it.
Y'all are. Y'all are. I preach, man. You preaching. Caroline, what's going on with you?
Yeah, like I said, I've been traveling a lot for work. I
testing,
actually
testing?
did the
All right.
calculation. Like the last 12 weeks, so since the year started, out of those 12 weeks, I traveled every single week except for 2 weeks. So I'm like excited that I'm not traveling, and so I can actually catch up on some gaming. What was I gonna say? Just been watching lots of anime, and meanwhile, man, no, there was something I wanted to tell you guys, and I just forgot. Lots of wrestling. I've been watching lots of wrestling too, and WrestleMania
There it
coming
is.
up. I'm so excited
There it
about
is.
it. I don't know. I told you about the convention, Andre. I might go to that depending on how schedules work. So yeah, I know there's something I want to tell you guys, but like, get back to me. It's on my tongue.
D'Lo, what's going on? Your mic working? You good?
Oh, we can hear me.
Oh,
We
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
What's been up?
I think the computer picking it up at this point. Gaming. I've been on Monster Hunter. I think I'm pretty much at the end now. End game, somewhere around there. Outside of work, I ain't gonna lie. I picked up a few games. I think I did Construction Simulator. And I picked up what is it called, Flight Simulator last night. And let me tell you something. That I might need a flight license because the amount of information, well, that thing in depth for real. I ain't had
It
a brain
is.
power.
It
See,
is.
I like getting exclusive merch. This is you know what I'm saying? You can't even get this. Only people that work with American Airlines get this. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a proud sponsor, but you know what I'm saying? I got exclusive merch, but yeah, Pokemon Champions just came out on Switch. I think it's gonna be on mobile sometime in the summertime. I haven't got into it yet, but I've been watching a lot of videos. They say it look ugly. but it played decently. I know y'all was talking about that in the Discord, but yeah. Other than that, I ain't really got nothing.
Remember
Caroline,
now.
you figured it out?
I'm
I did.
sorry.
So
One Piece is back.
it is back.
Yeah, it is.
Season 2. No.
Season 2000?
No, it's season 2. Season 2.
Season 2.
Caroline, you figured it out?
Yeah, I did. So like I started like my health challenge, and now we're all about like health and fitness and stuff, especially you, Andre. So like this is my dry month of like not drinking and trying to eat better and get some workouts in, and so far it's been going really well, and I've been really proud of myself, especially like the no drinking part, because like there are definitely days where I'm kind of like, man, I really just want a glass of water. So I've been doing that for like the last week and a half. Like I said, I'm pretty proud of it. Let's see what happens for the rest of the month.
I love that, actually. That's great. I've been keeping up, and I know D-Lo been in the gym too. I've been keeping up with y'all. I see the pictures of you and D-Lo, Caroline. I'm keeping up with y'all, man. That's amazing. I love to see it.
Thank you.
VJ, what's good, man?
It's not much, man. Like I said, still playing Slay the Spire. Adilo mentioned Pokemon Champions came out. Was it last night or the day before last? The other day. Like I think it was
The other day.
because I didn't play it yesterday, but I was playing it tonight. It was like 2 days ago now, basically. And yeah, I unfortunately didn't have a lot of save data to go through, so I'm kind of going through the channels of the game to get my Pokemon together. I'm trying to build just some fun teams. I like to do weather teams, so just working on building that out. And I heard people were complaining about how it looks or whatever, like D'Lo said. I think they need to understand that this game is not for looks. Like this is the sweaty hub for any Pokemon player. Like this is for all the sweats. They don't care what it look like. They doing the calculations. They want to know how many EVs you got in your speed and your attack. They want to know which one of your Pokemon is your Mega. Like they're not worried about what it's looking like. They putting it all together in their brain so they can get to that master. I've been seeing a lot of like content of people just trying to get into the Master Ball tier, which is like the highest tier for the rank, essentially. So this game ain't for graphics, and it's also gonna be on mobile. So you gotta think about the fact that they gotta keep that into account that the game is gonna be able to play on mobile devices. That's just my little 2 cents on that. I don't remember. I didn't see. Maybe I did. I don't think I seen a segment on that, so I wanted to throw that in there.
We might talk.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw my little 2 cents in there on that. So
I mean it.
Admittedly, I think it was a Venusaur or something. I did say, I was looking at him like, bro, why does his face look like that? I ain't gonna lie. Some of them was looking a little goofy. Like the Venusaur, he was looking a little goofy to me there when I was looking at him before. But again, that's not what this is about. And this is also technically early access for the game. Like, the mobile version of the game doesn't come out until like June.
Yeah.
So we gotta give them time to work on it. Like this is gonna be live service. It's a free to play game. So I expect to see a lot of updates to this game as we go.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, I don't know what I see what they're saying as I say that for when we get on it, but I'm still excited about it. It looks like a interesting game.
Save anything else I gotta say then.
I've been good. I've been happy. You got, due date coming up. That's been good. So that's coming up rapidly.
As of today.
That's good. I haven't really been playing much since last time we talked. I was going for a week. My daughter's, getting closer to graduation, so that's hard. One coming in, one leaving is very hard. I've been playing. Only thing I have been playing is Mini Shoot Adventures. That game is really fun. Like I said, old school kind of looking game. And that's it. Just working out. I thought I would have lost as many Miami Vices as I had. If you're familiar with that drink, as many of those as I had down there, I thought I would have regressed, but I lost 2 pounds on vacation, so I'll take it. I did workout and stuff too. I walked the beach. I played beach volleyball, which goes with one of my things, man. You keep underestimating people, and they end up biting you. And you know what? Chill out when you underestimate. I love a person who underestimates me. It pisses me off. We played beach volleyball, and these guys just totally was just talking this mess, and then I lost the first game. We proceeded to win the next 7 after they seen how high I can jump, and it was just boom, boom. Well, didn't you do that when you were on my team because you was talking smack? So now you're gonna be on the other side of it and see what's up once they learn to set me the ball, and then I took care of the rest. with my jumping ability. So yeah, just don't talk stuff to people you don't know, man. Keep your comments to yourself. That's why I stay quiet to myself. But anyways, PlayStation raising prices. Here we go again, man. Everybody up in arms over. It's been a couple weeks. We haven't been able to talk about it. Johnny, our resident financial advisor, the guy saying everything, price is supposed to go up anyway. I don't know. Johnny sound like he on Nasa. I'm playing, y'all.
Not saying I'm on their side. It's just the nature of the beast right now. I think the dollar is just not getting strong. It is getting weaker and will continue to get weaker forever. It's sad.
Effective April 2nd, Sony increased PlayStation console prices up to $150. Excuse me. PS5 Pro was $749. Now it's $900. The PS5 disc was $550. Now it's $650. PS5 digital was $500. Now it's $600. And the PlayStation Portal was $200, and now it's $250. Johnny, what you think, man? This news to you? Is it just same old? Is the price is gonna go up now?
Not surprising at all. The dollar is getting weaker, so things are going to cost more money. The only way to change course would be to stop buying it, so that if there's not demand for the price that it's set at, they'll have to drop the price. But we all know that people aren't going to stop buying systems. Nope. So people can complain about it all they want, but it is the consumers that drive the problems, which people don't want to hear that, and yet it's the truth. That's my opinion.
Caroline, go with that thought. What you were saying?
Did they raise the price and then knowing that people are still gonna buy it? I just feel like the prices would drop even more. I don't know if there's data on that.
I mean, people still buy what the people I watch and what I was reading, like some of the people I watch, and then I always read the comments. I read a lot of comments. It's like, I'm glad as soon as they raised the price, because when they raised the price, it was like you still had a couple days to get one at the normal price, and all the people in the comments were saying, "Yep, just pick mine up before the price raised. Yep, picking mine up right now."
For older systems, though, this is bizarre.
It is. That's what I'm saying. I know what Johnny's saying, but that's what I'm saying. Like, go ahead. Sorry, I ain't gonna take your time.
No. I feel like the reason why people bought more is because they don't want to buy the raised price. That's how they increase in sales. And I don't know if this is some type of marketing strategy or whatever, but I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. If you drop the price, sure, again, because it's older, the Switch 1 price should go down because we have Switch 2 now. And if they're announcing a new PlayStation, a new Xbox, okay, that's when you should drop the price. I don't know. This is bizarre to me. It's just
weird.
It doesn't make sense, but maybe there's something that I don't see that maybe the executives see. Maybe they're just being greedy. I think that's really what it comes down to. I don't know. For me, it just makes me less compelled to buy a PlayStation. And then they're coming out with a PlayStation 6 at some point, or they announced it, kind of, sort of.
They are, but I don't know when.
They what, $1,200?
I was about to say, who's gonna buy it at that price point?
No, just buy a computer. Even then,
those prices going up.
I'll amend what I said a little bit too. I think so. I did say that this problem was consumer driven. I think it's partially consumer driven. I think what we're seeing now has a lot to do with the market. I think a lot of this is market driven because shipping costs are up, especially because the gas prices are up. Metals and raw materials and rare earth metals are all more expensive. So if everything is more expensive, the products are going to be more expensive, and gaming stations included. They're not exempt.
BJ, you was going to say what?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The price ain't just going up for us. I mean, yeah, I know we like to say, oh, these companies is greedy and they just want to get our money. They paying more money for what they need to build these things also. This stuff ain't just completely based on, I mean, it is based on what people pay for it, but it's also based on how much they're got to pay to create the thing. And yeah, no matter how much it is, they're always charging us 10 times what it costs to make it, no matter what. Mm-hmm. But that 10 times is going to go up. If it costs them $30 for this, like you said, certain metals or chips and all these different things going up, if it's going to cost them more to get the GPU that's going to go in your PlayStation 5, then yeah, they're going to raise the price of the PlayStation 5. They want to keep to those profit margins.
They're not going to lose any money.
Exactly.
That. They're not going to lose money.
But aren't they losing money? I mean, I would argue they losing money. Caroline said they're going to lose money because people are not going to buy it.
Sounds like people are still buying it to me. I don't know what the numbers are, but I think they're still selling.
They're going to sell some, yes.
If Nintendo can do it, everyone else can do it too. I mean, I think the harsh reality is that gamers like games too much. I mean, so much that they're not going to stop buying stuff. Real fans will make it happen. In the end, that one CEO proved to be right. Yeah, it's it's
Well, but then
nothing to be said.
that goes to like Andre's like other question of like, hey, Switch sales are down probably because they increased the price. You know, I'm not saying that people won't buy. I'm just saying like people are less compelled to buy for sure. And then I get there's an increase of like just raw materials and stuff. But one, Sony and Xbox, like they're big corporations. They can make their profits somewhere else. You know, like
Did the Switch go up again?
I don't think it went up.
no, that
Okay.
didn't
I
go
don't
up.
think it went up.
I'm just guessing they're probably reaching a market saturation thing. It's been out for what, a year or something now.
Almost.
The
Yeah.
people that were, I think, yeah,
But
it
I
makes
was
sense to
listening
me
to
that sales would start to slow.
a pod where they were saying like do what Nintendo did in this aspect. They raised the price of the controller. They raised the price of the Piranha Plant. They raised the price of everything except for the console. I mean, I'm okay with that. It shouldn't be. I don't know. D-Lo, step in there, man.
I mean, I agree with what everybody has said. Nintendo is the smartest people in this situation because, as I heard in the podcast, I think IGN podcast, it was like if you move the goalposts for people to get in, it's going to be harder for people to get in. We're not talking about the 10% of the whales. We talking about the 80% of your average consumer. If you keep raising prices, you're going to lose money regardless. You're going to lose money not from people not buying, but you're producing more than people are buying. Because again, people aren't finna. Now people are picking and choosing what they really finna pay for. You know what I'm saying? Like you got people again still playing the PS4, still playing the PS4. You probably have at least 1 million people playing the PS4 around the world. So what makes you justify going to a PS6? People are not finna do it. You ain't finna see one until probably 2030 something anyway. But even still, like you haven't justified the PS5 after 5 years of its existence. You haven't justified the PS5 Pro after 3 years of its existence. So like I said, Nintendo is trying to get people in because once you get people in on the console, everything else is optional. Like if you said if I bought a PS5 and then you increase the games, at least you got a PS5. You're already in the door.
Mm-hmm.
So, but making the door harder to get to is going to ultimately hurt you in the long run. So, these people at the top, I mean, I get what BJ is saying because they're going to eat the price to pay it. However, let's be honest. If they went towards we're only going to make this many, and then from then on we're going to make them as ordered, that's probably the best thing they're going to do. Because let's be honest, they probably got about 500,000 PS5s just sitting on the shelf somewhere. They not making them. They not making them for real. Let's be honest. If they sold 200,000, they're gonna make 100,000 more, and that might cost more. But let's be honest, they got enough money to bite the bullet. They're just trying to appease their stakeholders and the people that sponsor their company. Because if you make a console high and you make the games high, you gonna die. It is what it is.
I'll also say too, I've been talking to BJ about this. I have a hard time buying stuff for myself. I just generally do,
Me too.
even if it's something
Me too,
I really
bro.
want or I can afford. I really have a hard time buying something for myself. So I've been wanting this new Samsung phone that came out a month ago. It's S26 Ultra. They broke records, pre-order records. They broke the phone. I had to pull it up, so I'm sorry. I'm looking at my phone. The phone was $1,300. Came out. The phone is now $1,000. They sliced record-breaking sales, selling to everybody. They sliced the price $300 in a month. A console and this is a mini computer. Everyone always says these are mini computers in our hands. You telling me a console 6 years old can't slice prices is going up? I'm with Caroline. I can't believe it. It's something just fishy going on. I can't believe that prices are going up. For 20-something, 30 years, we had Atari and all that stuff that was $200. Then the 64 was still $200. Like 20 years later, now you're telling me now we're going up to $600, $700, $800? No. I'm sorry. And I just got into computer gaming, but I'll stay into computer gaming if it's going to cost that much. I do love my Xbox, but no thank you for that amount of money. No thank you. And if this mini computer that we all use all day, every day can go down $300 with record-breaking sales in 1 month, why can't a console that's 6 years old?
You make a good point.
Why can't I don't understand. I don't know. It's fishy. I'm with Caroline. Something ain't right about it.
That's why
Something just not.
I agree.
Something not right about it. That ain't. I mean, I don't know. Stuff should not be going up. Nothing that the 2023 5 Mustang's not going up. A 2000 and whatever is not going up. It's just our consoles. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. I don't know. It's weird to me. But what do I know? I just host a gaming out podcast. I'm just a normal human being. What do I know about anything? Switch 2. Johnny kind of said something about it. Reports say Nintendo is cutting Switch 2 production. Bloomberg reports that Nintendo has dialed back production of Switch 2 after it failed to meet sales expectations over the holiday period, citing people familiar with the matter. Bloomberg said that Nintendo would make 4 million Switch 2 units this quarter instead of the 6 million it had originally projected. So it was supposed to make 6 million, they only made 4. But the report comes as a surprise. Then the Switch 2 appears to be on a roll. There's no question that it's the fastest selling console of all time, selling 17.37 million units by the end of 2025. So at the end of 2025, 17.37 million units sold. What do you guys have to say about the Switch 2 cutting production? Johnny, what did you say? You think everyone already has them?
Yeah, I'm thinking it just kind of makes sense to me that if it's been the fastest selling console of all time, that the people that want one have one. And I think it's just kind of slowing. Obviously, I have no insight into their actual numbers or what their expectations were, but the party's got to be over at some point. I would imagine it's not going to be the fastest selling console forever. So yeah, I don't know. Obviously Nintendo's not struggling. I think they're probably like on top of the world right now in terms of their competition. So I'm sure somebody saw this coming and that it's not a huge surprise.
BJ, as a person with a Switch 2, what you think about this news, man?
I mean, I kind of agree with Johnny. Like, people aren't just buying them, especially now. Like you said, you made the joke about in this economy or whatever earlier. Like, right now, I don't think people are just buying these consoles. Like you'll probably see, obviously, sales around like the holiday season. I don't think people are just like buying these on a whim, like just any old time now. Like when it came out, there was the big hype around it. And like everybody that wanted it, they got it. And I also think that a lot of people got it super early because I mean you see how these, just to tie into what we were just talking about with all these console prices increasing. I feel like that's another part of the reason why this console sold so fast, and that why everybody who wanted one already got one. Because they're like, we need to get this now. Because even remember when it was coming out, there was like, oh, what price is it gonna be? It was such a, like, we didn't know if it was gonna be. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like they were talking about like 800 or something. I can't remember what the number was.
Because of tariff.
But so I think this console was for sure like, and thinking back, maybe that was like a marketing tactic. Maybe that was like part of what they were trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, let's act like the price might go up, which it very well still might with the way everything is going. But I do think everybody bought them up in fear that, oh, if I don't get this now, I might have to pay 1.5 times the price later. I mean, I know that honestly, even for me, that was part of the reason why I'm like, let me just get it now, because if I want it later and it's costing this price, then I'm gonna end up just not even getting it. So I think that's where I'm at with it. Like, it definitely was like a lot of people bought it up just out of fear in the beginning, and now it's like, okay. And it also, a lot of people didn't like it either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of, and even for me, like you said, as an owner of it, I don't feel like it's really doing anything that incredible, at least at the moment. And like even the games, like I enjoyed Donkey Kong, Pokemon was whatever, but like people are gonna just wait until we get a new Zelda game or something. Them sales will go back up again. Right now, we don't. I mean, I guess Mario Kart, and then even that was kind of like, even I feel like you kind of didn't even like it as a big Mario Kart fan. Like,
it's just okay. That's it.
Exactly. Though it ain't okay. Like, okay, after you waited how long?
Yeah.
For a new Mario Kart game, like maybe it was a little disappointing in that aspect. So right now, I don't feel like they got like the big hitter that's like, oh, I got to get it for this. Mm-hmm. And I think you'll see the sales go back up again when we get that new Mario or that new Zelda game for sure, or when wait till Pokemon comes out next year. Yeah, so I just don't think it's got that much going for it at the moment, to where people feel like they need to grab it.
C-Line, what you think? I know you have one too. What you?
Yeah, kind of backing off of BJ, and I thought it was going to be a hot take, but I guess it's not. So, like, my thing was, the people that got the Switch 2 probably told their friends, like, hey, it's okay, but also, like, there's not enough games, so, like, why should I go get my own Switch 2 if there's, like, maybe they tried it at their friend's house or whatever, and they're like, oh, there's just not enough games for it to be, again, one of those things where you're really compelled to get one. again, to your point, BJ, like where's the big Mario game? Where's the big Zelda game? Like the Switch One had the big Zelda game that got everybody
Yes.
super excited, right?
Yes.
But there's no big. I mean, supposedly there's like a Star Fox coming out now. Supposedly
Maybe.
they're gonna do a remake of Ocarina of Time, but
I bet a lot of
Yeah,
folks
yeah.
that I know are going to wait until the next Smash is announced or will come out. I mean, that's like such a huge game that
yeah, I
people would
forgot
want to switch for.
yeah, because the new Smash or the latest Smash is like what 10 years old now.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty old, pretty up there.
yeah. So I think again, yeah, I think there's people are just waiting until the new big game comes out. But I also think that like people were also talking to each other and be like, oh, I mean, we talk to each other as Switch owners. We're like, we've told you guys that don't have a Switch, it's okay. Like, it's not even for me. It's like kind of gathering dust, but part of it's because of work, but also part of it's I've been playing other games, so I don't have a reason to play my Switch 2, even when I go on business trips, just because it's like I'm kind of preoccupied with other things.
Mm-hmm. D-Lo, what you thinking, man? Switch 2, cutting production.
I mean, it's smart to cut production if you have a lot in the back. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, at the end of the day, like we said in the last conversation, it is probably getting more expensive for them to create them. So, but I mean, I don't think it's honestly Nintendo's probably like in first place in making the smartest of decisions in this economic climate that we're in. I mean, why keep ramping up production if majority people panic bought because of what the other two tycoons are doing? You know, just like when people go buy toilet paper for no reason, like you're gonna have more ass in the house because the snowstorm came. But Nintendo's the smartest people right now. So I said what I said. Go on and clip that. What the who we saying now? Clock it. No, I was playing. Hey,
I do be
I'm gonna get a
saying
Switch
that.
in 2027. I'll be playing Pokopia when all of y'all have abandoned your islands, just like Tom Nook did. Okay. So one day I'll get a Switch. Hopefully they don't increase the prices. Right now, PS5, I ain't getting one until 2027.
I got my Switch a little bit because of BJ, because hosting this podcast and being on here with y'all, it's like me saying I'm a football player, but then I don't play football. Like that wouldn't equate to something. I like need to have the thing. I also didn't panic buy mine, at least, because I like, new console. I've always wanted a new console when it originally comes out. So that was a big thing for me. But you guys opened up. Well, first off, about the production, it is what it is. I could say I maybe brought mine stupidly because I had the first Switch for my daughter and I really didn't play it. I love Nintendo. Maybe I thought I was gonna get the Nintendo love back, but I don't know. It's down there. I'm playing it. I got Pokopia now. That's fun. I'm gonna try to Pokemon Champions and see what it is. But I think the whole allure is to play in handheld mode, and handheld mode is just not for me. I like big screen. It don't have to be. I mean, I'm on a 27-inch monitor. It doesn't have to be that big, like 55 inches or something like that. But I like playing on a bigger screen where I can see everything. So I think they're just doing fine. They will be.
I feel like Switch 2 sales would be better too if they had reverse compatibility with games, because you just have to buy like the Switch 2 version of every game, and it's like $70-$80 for a game that I've already played or one that came out like 6 or 7 years ago. If I had Nintendo consoles, I would be irate. I would be like, "What, are you kidding me?" I just wouldn't buy it, which is probably why
Well,
I've never bought one.
I don't think you have to buy Switch 2 games. They have games that are only on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm
But
totally
you can play
mistaken on
Switch
it.
games on it, and they have like the upgrade that you could pay.
Yeah.
Like for example, they
Okay.
had like Hogwarts Legacy, where if you could buy it for the Switch, and if you had it for the Switch, then you could pay $10 for like the
Extra money,
I
upgraded
yeah,
see.
yeah,
Switch
Okay.
2 version
Okay, I
or
was wrong
whatever.
about that. Okay,
Yeah.
not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Sorry,
these
Nintendo.
these next two questions could take up the whole podcast. I hope they don't. But it's one of them I've been thinking about for this. I was gonna save this for its own episode, but Caroline just brought something in. But I'm gonna go with the first one, and I'm gonna throw it to Johnny first. Are we providing all of us, all five of us, the world? I think, and not even just us five. Are we feeding into some false narrative with prices, as we talk about these prices all the time, and things are only get expensive? Because I'm sure my great grandparents, who I was happy enough to know for a long time, when gas cost $1, they thought that was too expensive. Everyone always thinks stuff is too expensive. When I was a custodian making 18 grand, I thought everything was too expensive. I still thought that at that time when I didn't have any money. I still think stuff is expensive and I can afford it. So I feel like that's always been a narrative instead of like coming down and a dollar's worth this or that. What would you say to that?
So I'm no economist. I haven't studied, or I have what I would consider a very layperson's understanding of how the world works. But in that understanding, I think just the nature of inflation being sort of a core component of how our economy works, our dollar is always losing value. And like if you just have money in a savings account that's like not accruing any interest, it is just depreciating in value every day because the way money works, it is getting less and less valuable over time because of inflation. I think as millennials, I think we grew up. Sorry, Dilo, Zoomer. As millennials and a Zoomer, we grew up in a very privileged time where we had very low inflation for a good 10, 20 years, and it just wasn't like we didn't see what we're seeing now. So I think we were spoiled by a long period where the dollar was pretty stable, and now with the United States position on the world stage in greater and greater question every day, the dollar has been plummeting and inflation has been skyrocketing. So we are seeing maybe sort of catching up to what things always should have been in terms of like our financial place on the global stage. But again, I'm no economist. That's just my very distant, low resolution understanding of things.
And if that, I mean, people always say this, I'm going to say it out loud too. If things are going up to what they should have been or should be, then our salaries need to go up to what they should be. That's what, if they're going to say that things should cost this much, then they need to raise our salaries. That's what they need to do. But that's a whole nother podcast episode. Anybody else, D-Lo, Caroline, like, is that a narrative where the dollar, I feel like people always say that. My great grandparents said that.
Costco hot dogs are $1.50. I'm just letting you know right now. They've been $1.50 since the beginning of time.
Arizona iced teas are still 99 cents. And the owner said, I'm not increasing my prices because of I want some more money. Because let's be honest, like, let's completely be honest. And again, like Johnny, I'm no economic savvy person. If I want to make more money, I'm going to find a way to sell to more people. I'm not going to increase my price. This is not a luxury ass item. So like gaming is not a luxury item. The gaming industry shouldn't be a luxury item. That's not what it was built on. It wasn't built on the backs like Lamborghini was. So if you know your product is not don't try to shift to a luxury item and try to make this a luxury item. Don't try to do that. Mm-hmm. Like, I get it, but if you want to make more money as a person that's producing something for people, I'm gonna listen to my people. I'm gonna get more people to have my product. Because you can say what you want about Apple increasing their stuff, but everybody has Apple because everybody finds a way to afford it. But at the same time, there are more people with Android devices walking around the globe than there are people with Apple items. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to that whole Apple versus Android shit, most of your products in your house are made with something that's not Apple. You know what I'm saying? Like, inside of your Apple product is a Samsung chip, is some type of LG speaker. You know what I'm saying? Just got the Apple logo on the back. Eugene, okay? Some of these corporations are Eugene.
Damn.
That man sold SpongeBob for a penny. The Rogis know. That man said, Mr. Krabs. That man sold that man his best fry cook for a penny, bruh. Or was it a dime? One of them damn things. Yeah, man.
BJ, anything to say on the money, the age-old debate?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's been like this forever, man. Everything just been slowly going up and up, more and more. Like, just like y'all, I'm not an economist. I couldn't tell you why. I'm not even gonna try to rationalize it because I have no idea.
I feel like gaming, especially, it might be a hot take to call us spoiled as consumers in this.
And I was
specifically with gaming, like, prices. Andre, you mentioned earlier in the podcast, consoles were about the same price for like 20 years.
Yeah.
So I think they were like 200, then maybe 300, then up to 400, that sort of thing. So there was extremely stable pricing for consoles for a very long time between generations too. And you don't really see that, I don't think, with really anything else. I mean, just like looking at things like eggs and milk, like that stuff went up percentage-wise more than consoles did over the course of those years. I think we've sort of been conditioned to have this expectation of stable pricing
That's crazy.
in gaming. I I don't know. I think we've just kind of been spoiled to have that expectation in a sense. And I think a lot of it can be explained by the growth of the gaming market. So, like, if you compare how many people are playing and buying games today to what it was 20, 30 years ago, I mean, it's now multi-billion-dollar industry, whereas it just wasn't that before. So I think the increase in volume of sales sort of insulated us from increase in prices. But I think those days are over.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree with all y'all. I just think it's always from hearing with the like I said, I was lucky enough to meet my great grandparents, so they even had the rotary phone. Like they were that old, and they used to complain about everyone's always that's too expensive, this and that. So it's like that age old debate, and it just keeps moving up. But now instead of the prices going down, they seem to be going. You know, it's one thing if they release the PS6 or something one price, but then when the price goes up, that's a little I don't know. I don't know. It seems like an age old debate. People always say things are too expensive.
Maybe you're right though. Like I think they're just catching up with inflation. So like when inflation's like what 2.4% every year, prices have been stable this whole time. So like I just did a little math. So there was a 18 or 17% increase in price for like the PS Pro. So I'm just like maybe if it's catch up, okay, maybe that's what we're experiencing right now. And maybe what we're feeling is just the shock of like how like it's supposed to slowly increase, but like it hasn't been slowly increases. It went from like gas prices went from like 280 to like 380, 390 in like a matter of days. That's not inflation. That's you know,
It's Donald
I think
Trump.
that's all.
It's
It's
greed.
what's going on in the world. Yeah.
It's
That's a good
bombs
word
in
to
Iran.
use.
It's going to the moon for fun.
Man, I hate looking at that stuff.
Science.
Another thing, this one that I think is gonna be a big debate. Maybe it's not to y'all. And I had this like scheduled for its own episode, but Caroline mentioned a Smash Bros. Or Johnny mentioned a Smash Bros. So Dead by Daylight is having its 10-year anniversary, and they said they're not making a debut. And then you got an Overwatch 2, which isn't doing that good. But then you had a Halo 1, 2, 3, 4. You're sticking on the multiplayer games specifically. How do we know or when can we tell that a game needs a sequel? Like, why don't they just update Madden every year? I know Delo's talked about it. People have talked about it. But we can say the same thing about Smash Bros. Why don't they just update Smash Bros. And add new characters? Why don't they, DBD said they're not doing that because why would they do a DBD 2 when they already have an established base? So what makes like us saying Madden needs just to update or Call of Duty as opposed to Smash Brothers or Pokemon or whatever like that?
So we're not
Anybody
just
can
talking
take
about
it off.
multiplayer games, right?
No, we are. We mainly talking about
I
multiplayer.
feel
Multiplayer
like
games.
if the space is developed and it will not change, and it's not like a rotating map type situation, it doesn't need a sequel that is its own disc. It can be updated. Like for example, Fortnite. If Fortnite was a CD, you can still change for, especially now where you can just send a damn update to everybody's console and just update the whole game. You don't need to create, and then they wonder why we got to raise prices because the production. You didn't have to produce shit. You should just get a dude to code some shit and send it on your way. So like, if Fortnite can literally update your game live service, you can do, and it ain't even have to be live service because if you're not changing the bare bones of the game, like if this is not a story driven game and you're not changing narrative, literally you can just update the game from your house.
So that would be so you kind of saying what I'm saying. That would be like
Well,
a
no,
Smash
well, see,
Brothers
well,
would
okay, in
just
that
be updated.
situation,
Then.
no, because new ideas come. With Smash, that's a story too. So you got a whole map. Like you can't send. You probably could, but imagine how much space that would take to send you an update that big to do something like that. So like something where like okay, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat don't need a new game. Throw some new maps in there, put the new characters in there, and be done like that. They don't need a whole new game. What do you say?
He said, "Why not?" He fighting. He said, "Why
It
not?"
do,
It
but
got a
guess
story and
what? I
everything
bet
too.
you the amount of space it take to add a map is no bigger than Call of Duty.
Have you seen the
And
size of
all that
Call of Duties recently?
filler,
Like that's
filler.
some of the biggest.
Zelda wouldn't need no update. Zelda wouldn't need
Call
no
of Duty be
update.
like a 200
Zelda couldn't get
gigabyte
no
game
update
these days.
besides buffing the looks. You couldn't send a whole new if you
DLC
couldn't send a whole new brand new game straight through the Wi-Fi. You're not doing that. You're not doing it. So that would warrant a whole new disc or a whole new game. Like if it's a whole new idea, I feel like it deserves a new game or a new disc. If it's just a
So what would you say?
go
What
ahead.
would you say to? Sorry, y'all, sticking with D-Lo for a second. What would you say to Call of Duty when it's World War One and now they move to a
Let me tell you
futuristic
something.
war? That's a new idea.
That
Does
can
that
get
get
a
an
damn
update
update.
or does that get a?
You can just
I mean, that's a new idea. I'm just
now
going off
that
what
could
you
be
said because
both
that's a
because
brand new
okay, what are you
idea.
tying into? If I'm just producing a new game where it's solely I'm giving you a new story, then maybe. If I'm adding some multiplayer and a story, it could get a new game. But if I'm just adding like I'm just a new chapter to fucking
Yes,
Telltales, put that shit in the update. Because Telltale games,
the
they send
Telltale
updates. They
games.
don't put a new game in there. They just send you a new
They
chapter and then
good.
just reload the game. So why can't Call of Duty do that?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And really, Call of Duty space is
You ain't.
all
Hey,
the skins, all the guns, all the damn shit to make the sounds. The game ain't that big if you rip all that shit out. The story of that game ain't big. The map ain't that big. It's all that little shit. You want the shrapnel and the frags to look 4K. That's what's making it big. So I'm tired of buying. I'm tired of buying a new game that ain't a new game for real. You know,
I know. That's why I think this was That's why I think this is an interesting subject for
GTA
all of us.
is a new game every fucking time. Pokemon is a new game every fucking time. Call of Duty is not a new game every time. Any sports game is not a new game every fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I will bash sports games till I die
Why would Pokemon get a new game, but fighting game?
because there's so many things that tie into Pokemon that a fighting game wouldn't fathom. Like imagine Dragon Ball Z, right? All I got to do is send you an update with a new planet that they went to from the new series, and you good to go. Add a new character, add a DLC. That's not a new game. As much as we argue about DLCs being part of the original game and they just strip it and make it a downloadable shit, not a console. So if it's too big to be a DLC, it could be a new disc. But if it can fit as a DLC, as big as DLCs be, it ain't got to be a new game. Okay, let's take the first two Mortal Kombats and then the next two Mortal Kombats. That could be a game, but one Mortal Kombat in itself, come on, let's be honest. If I'm spending less than 50 hours, it don't need a fucking disc. Let's go based off playability.
I'm just thinking you could definitely add 50 more Pokemon to the
Definitely
roster
not,
in an update.
because you got to add the space. Like if you're adding,
Yeah, but I mean, it's
but
whole
see,
new
Johnny, you're
regions
not
and
throwing
stuff
new
though. It's not
Pokemon in an
just the
old
Pokemon.
region. You're not doing that. You can't do that. That's not how that works. From a biological standpoint, you're not. Now, if I threw Johto into Kalos region, then yeah, that would make sense because they're already developed. You just give them a reason to be there. But no Pokemon.
What if there was
Let me
like
tell
an
you
escape
something.
from the zoo or
Ain't no
something? Is there
damn
a
zoo.
Pokezoo?
Okay.
A Pokemon zoo. I don't even think there's zoos in Pokemon. Now that I think about it. Because what would you put in there? Somebody's lost pets? Like what the hell? What? Unclaimed animals?
Caroline, BJ,
Mr.
Johnny,
Mime cleaning
anybody?
the Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime is
exhibit.
staying in Pallet Town.
Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Mime.
I get what D-Lo's saying. Like something like a sports game, the only thing you're updating is the updated rosters and maybe you want to update the graphics, right? Everything, and maybe I
The
guess they try to
animations.
change the mechanics. Because I actually they put 2K26 on Game Pass, so I actually downloaded it the other day just to see because I ain't played 2K in like 3 or 4 years. So I downloaded it like it's on Game Pass. Let me get on here and see. It seems well as far as mechanically, it seems very different. Obviously, the game is still the same game, but it seems like they like changed stuff about like the shot. But that stuff I feel like you could put in an update. Now we could go back on Pokemon, like yeah, and they have done that, or they have just added DLC that was like okay, here's just some more Pokemon, like new Pokemon that they added in like another little area in the DLC. But I feel like you would need a new game when it's time to go to like a whole new region. If you going from Johto to Hoenn, then even though I mean I'm still in the argument where Gen 2 is the best game because it's the only one that had multiple regions in it. So I mean I still feel like you could put multiple regions in one game if you wanted to, and they just refuse to do it. But
I think a good game to talk about in this conversation is Overwatch, because it was a live service game that came out with a sequel game that, like, because it was live service, had to like incorporate all that existed before that. Because I think with live service games, people will buy cosmetics, people will like put in a lot of money to these games to make progress, and then if you are giving your consumers the idea that like all the money they put in is just going to be wiped away when a sequel comes out, I think they're going to be less likely to spend money. But Andre, you said that they announced that there will be no DVD 2. That's probably the smartest choice that they could have ever made. Can you? So first of all, the DVD community is. It's hard to imagine a community that's triggered more easily than the DVD community. They would lose their minds if a DVD 2 was coming out with the idea that, oh, all your progress would be wiped. You've got to start over and like maybe buy new cosmetics. I would be pissed. Like I've spent a little bit on that game, so I think that's really smart, and I think I think it all comes down to the pricing or the profit model for how companies are going to be making money. I think if a series can reliably expect its fans to shell out 60, 70, 80 bucks a year on a new game, they're going to keep releasing new games. And I think if their fan base wouldn't be doing that, then they're going to stick to a live service sort of model. I think it all comes back to money.
I think we've come full circle.
Of course.
To what he said originally.
Caroline?
My thing is it's just updates. It should be updates for the most part. I think a new game is warranted if you're gonna completely change the gameplay. So like if you're very simple example, if you're going from like a 2D game to like a 3D game, okay, like keep updating the 2D game with whatever maps or whatever, and then like if you decide, hey, let's make it 3D, yeah, it's a completely different game. Make a new game. But I mean, I'm obviously simplifying like what may or may not happen, right? So that's my take on it. Kind of simple. Just update it until I don't know. To Johnny's point, I think it's just at the end of the day, it's like what makes the money, right? If updates make the money, they're gonna update it. If new games make the money, they're gonna make new games.
I mean, I guess one of my questions is how long do we update it? And I'm gonna go with a game that I personally love, D-Lo. I can make an argument that all we do is just update the multiplayer gears. The same as I mean, if we talking about a story or we talking about online, just like the fighting games, you can just add new characters to the game and keep it going. So we can't just say that to sports. We can't, because we saying that to sports all the time. But these fighting games and other games, why make a Halo 2?
Well, because just again, the maps those games aren't built solely on multiplayer. Those games have a story attached. So, for example, now that Pokemon Champions exists, you don't really have to update a Pokemon game. You literally have to release a new Pokemon game every time because now it's solely based on the story. You know what I'm saying? Like even when they in the mainline series when they used one game like Scarlet and Violet for championship purposes, they did send out updates saying this Pokemon is like regulations. They said this Pokemon can't be used, and they'll send you an update that kind of basically if you try to use it, they'll stop you from using it. So in that aspect, yeah, you could send out an update, but like Gears can't be something that you will update like that because there is a story attached. Like yes, we do. I mean, let's be honest. When they update the power scale or they nerf guns, they send updates for that. You know what I'm saying? But imagine how big a game would be to try to send you a whole new storyline just through the internet and your internet shoddy. Like just imagine the aspect of just the fathom how much time it would take for you to wait for a whole new game when you could just go buy the CD and be done.
I feel you, and I'm not taking up for these games but again, I have stopped playing these games.
How long
would you
update?
About a stadium based on a real stadium, and you're talking about all these fans that's in the stadium and new animations and D-Lo jumping backwards. Now people D-Lo doing backflips. You ain't ever seen that before, and this and that. I can make the same argument with that. It doesn't have a story, but they got a whole bunch of new players.
You ain't got enough ideas to warrant a whole new disc at $80 damn.
You can't have enough
exactly.
So
you ain't game, Just Dance is now just Dance. They don't give a damn how many. And they're hold on. So hold on.
You can make that just like you said.
Just Dance has more songs, and there are more songs in the world than there will ever be any sports team update idea ever created. Right. So if Just Dance can swallow that pill and go to one fucking game and just make you pay for the songs as they come out, A sports game can do the same damn. A fighting game
So
can
then
do
a
the
fighting
same
game can,
damn
and so then
thing.
I'm gonna argue a fighting game
A
can.
fight.
I'm gonna argue a fight, and I'm including Smash
Why
Bros.
would
Again,
they? Why
we're
would
not
they do
talking
that if
about
people are
money.
going to
We're
buy a
talking about
$60
common
game every
sense.
year?
Again, it's talking about access.
It's all
Again,
it's all about
so
money, though.
what side are we on? You on the money side or you on the common sense side? Because the money gonna come regardless. That man that make Arizona teas is rich, and this shit still 99 cents. Costco is rich, and them hot dogs still
It's still
$1.50.
99 cents.
I bet they lose money on the hot dogs.
They don't
I
lose
bet
money,
they
bro.
lose money on the hot
They
dogs.
don't. Like for example, I learned
I'm sure.
off top.
I
On the hot
bet
dogs.
they sell the $1.50 hot dogs to keep.
You gotta have a
people in the
membership to
store,
get
then
in,
they
so
buy
it don't
the other
matter.
stuff. I bet
They
they
have
lose
a,
money.
you,
I would.
you gotta have a
wager-
membership to
I
get
would
in, so
wager
you
that they
couldn't
lose
you
money.
couldn't even
for
see the
sure.
hot dog to begin with.
There you go. There you go.
Y'all
Yeah.
think they losing money?
They
Y'all
not.
think
They
they
not.
losing?
Those they literally. I think
I think
Wait,
it's.
Probably are.
I think it's probably at cost. I think it's at cost.
like
I
for
mean, they
Yeah.
gotta lose money on something.
Well, so for example,
to make
rotisserie
money
chickens.
somewhere else.
I love the rotisserie chicken example. So stores, Meyer,
Yeah, I actually
Meyer,
saw
Walmart
that.
will sell rotisserie chickens at $5 at a loss. They will sell these things for less money than it costs them to produce them because it gets people in the store. People will come to these stores to buy rotisserie chickens, and they'll get there and they'll buy other shit that has an actual.
But when you
profit
say at
margin.
a loss, when they say at a loss, when
Mhm.
we think at a loss, we think we're losing money. When they say at a loss, it just means on a chart, technically they're losing money. But if I said you're losing pennies every time you walk outside, are you really losing money for real if you got $1 million? So on paper, yes, they are losing money. But does it matter? No, because if I'm losing pennies every time I take a step, but I'm making $1 million every day, the pennies ain't gonna matter. You're not losing. On
you ain't
paper,
really
it is
losing. Yeah,
red
that ain't.
versus green. Yes, that's what they mean. You know what I'm saying? So, me personally, I don't think they losing money for real.
But I don't know if I agree with that because I'm. She would tell you I'm a big proponent of barbecuing, and if I go to Menards and they out there and they selling a thing, so this guy buys a pack of hamburgers for $10 out of Menards, and then he goes and sell. He got however many hamburgers, but then he's selling them for 150, and he has some. He's making money. I don't think they sell them I don't know how big these hot dogs are. I've never seen them. But he goes buy a 60 pack of hot dogs for $20 and he sells 60 hot dogs for $1. He's not losing no money. What money is he losing
And
if
they
he's
probably
selling
get
them
him,
all
yeah.
for $1? And that's
Yeah, I
what
don't
they
know.
do.
It's it could be a profitable venture.
Hey, Chick-fil-A probably losing
I
money
mean,
every
and
time
I'm
you
one
ask for
to
15 sauces. They don't give a damn. They gonna hand you them 15 sauces.
I don't need a Chick-fil-A.
Let's see. Ballpark beef
I don't need a
ranks.
Chick-fil-A.
24
Chick-fil-A
pounds.
is a
This-
ethically questionable company as far as I'm concerned.
I have beef with I have a vendetta against Chick-fil-A. but
You
that's
got
another
beef with
story.
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A.
good as hell. Oh,
Yeah,
they gay.
also beef.
They shouldn't have been so good, so I can't.
You got a beef with them? What they do?
All the
They
fast
donate
food
money
places.
to anti-LGBT organizations.
Oh, okay.
And as
They
a
broke my hand.
pro-LGBT person, I
Chicken too good, bro. I can't.
Man, so they.
I got beef with chicken.
That chicken too good. Right, exactly.
Well, at least I got Johnny and D-Lo. My daughter at
Hey,
work right now
hey,
there. I'm like, damn,
These
Johnny.
are not
God,
disposable
shit.
cups. This is a collectible. Okay. I'm not a sponsor of Chick-fil-A, however.
That chicken
And
too damn
when
good.
Popeyes about to release his One Piece collaboration,
You ain't.
I'm
I
finna
mean,
be-
shit, you finna be in line
I'm
for that.
finna
You know
be-
how every time
I'm finna
Popeyes
be-
do something,
Popeyes
you
I'm
already
finna
know.
be the
Popeyes
most
is wonderful.
ever.
Wonderful.
You finna
I'm
be,
finna be the
in
most-
the line up the street.
I've only had them one time in my life. One time.
Except I think Popeyes does still cook with trans fat, which is literally causes brain damage.
So if it
Do
wasn't, if
Anyways.
it wasn't trans, I'm just playing. Let me stop.
Oh, come on, bro.
That's not.
Trans
That's not.
fats
That's
do
not.
cause brain damage.
That's not. That's
Just
not the
so
trans.
you know.
I'm talking.
I mean, Johnny, you could go in a pigeonhole. I try to eat pretty well, but I love breakfast. I think I've stated that before. I just read that breakfast sauces can cause cancer or something like that. So now I'm looking at, like, I guess you can look
A
into
lot of
anything.
sausages have
Everything.
nitrates, some carcinogen. Yeah, food is crazy. Our food
Yeah.
system is insane.
I found that out, and I'm like, man, I eat pretty well for the most part. But now you telling me I can't, or I shouldn't eat one of the main things I eat. Like, that's a staple of my
Smoked
morning.
and preserved meats, sausage. Yeah, they're
That's
Way
messed
by
up.
local.
chock full. I think there has to be a lot of places require warnings on them, but once again,
At this
we live in
point,
the good old
we
United
just need
States
to-
where we're free to
At
make
this point, we just need
choices
to
like
make
this.
grown garden. Just I killed this specific pig. I saw it get born. and I killed this pig and I cleaned it out and I made my bacon from scratch. I only fed this pig this food at this point. I feel like if you feed a pig clean, it's gonna be good to go. So I don't know. Maybe the Bible strike me down, I guess. But if I feed a pig only clean stuff, I feel like that pig gonna be alright.
Let's do 2 quick ones before we get to our final thing. I don't want to hold y'all too long. Did anybody see the Mario movie? Anybody? No.
I haven't seen it.
I'm going to, like, before the next podcast. I have to. It's my boy.
Oh man, I can't say it then. Okay. Well, like I said, for me personally,
I saw something that I feel like.
for me personally. Hey, hold on, man. Hey, stop playing, man. What are you saying right now? Stop playing.
He said he's still sealed, boy. He's sealed. Stop playing with him. Still sealed.
Hey.
What is we talking about?
BJ, you might.
I know exactly what. Actually, I saw something. I'm not for sure what I saw, but I saw something, and I know it's probably something that you probably would be mad about. If I had to guess.
No, I'm happy about this.
Are you happy about it?
Super happy.
Are you?
Super happy.
Now I want to know why, but that would be
happy.
spoilers, bro. We're gonna have to. I mean, I ain't seen the movie, but I saw the spoilers though. So
I mean, I can play it, but I ain't gonna do that. Caroline,
don't spoil it for the other people that ain't seen it. Caroline, I ain't seen it yet, but I saw some stuff.
Let me go watch the movie.
D-Lo, you stay to the end? Okay. So, I mean, yeah, I can, that's how I get
Let's
down.
just say,
but,
there was a colored. I watched the breakdown on New Rockstars. There was a colored breakdown that I ain't even pay attention to in the movie that would have told you if you're a color person.
So yeah, you're probably for sure.
We'll have a
and he might not even be talking about what I'm talking about. There we go. There it is. Hey, put the prices up, man. Oh man. See, I want to talk about it so bad. I can't.
See, I now want to know because you talking about you was happy about it.
Yeah,
maybe you are, but
I'll watch it this
I don't know.
I promise, even if it's by myself.
It ain't like I said. The movie was okay. It was fine. It didn't sway me big up or down. But the last thing that I seen of the movie, the last image that I seen, had me excited as a fan for the characters that I love. And then
maybe it's not what I think.
Then that's all I can say.
Because what I'm talking about pertains to a character that you supposedly hate.
No. But you are on the right track. It's just the opposite of that.
We'll talk about it.
Surely you know what I'm talking about, but
yeah.
We'll keep the cameras rolling.
Yeah, we gonna have so we gotta
Let's watch it this weekend, or else
you can go tonight.
Oh, Jesus. I can't go tonight. It's late.
What that mean?
It's 8:30.
I went to see a movie at 10:30 at night and left that theater at 1 a.m.
It's fair.
It's true.
I want to fall asleep.
Go take a nap as soon as you leave this podcast.
Let me see if I got the question up. All right, one last question. Thought this was really fun, at least. We're only going to do one, not both. Do I want to do the first one in a second? What is the hardest thing about gaming that non-gamers think is easy? So this is all our personal preference. What's the hardest thing about gaming that non-gamers think is easy? We should all have some sort of opinion on this. I know what it is for me.
I'll start, Andre?
You said, what is something that non-gamers think is easy that we know is hard?
The hardest thing about gaming that non-gamers think is easy? Like they think they can get in and just do.
Jump in the ranked. That's the obvious. Let me sit on that question. Let me think.
Be good. Because I love to see somebody try to hop on Street Fighter day one and never played it before and think they're going to be able to come close to even beating me.
Let me think on that question.
But, I mean, I don't know.
Mine is, I guess I will start, Caroline. Mine is failing without quitting. I think people get in there and, they would get too mad. They would get too, frustrated. You die in Elden Ring. I know some of y'all play Elden Ring.
Dang.
You die in that so many times.
Wait,
or Johnny, you trying to get the platinum or whatever. And a lot of times people would just quit. Like, man, I'm not going to play this bullshit anymore. I think that's something that as gamers we have a good hold on without quitting. My bad, BJ.
No, I ain't trying to cut you off either. I feel like, but see, that's what I was gonna say. Because for that other question, when you said what would be like a hard game for somebody to get into, or that if they played it they would not. And I'm thinking if I had never gamed before and I hopped on like Dark Souls and just walked into that first boss and just like felt like it was just impossible to like fucking beat it and just kept getting my cheeks handed to me over and over again, I probably would be like, you know what? I'm good on this, bro. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
You probably never see me pick up another controller again. So yeah. And yeah, so I definitely agree with you on that because a lot of it comes from just building up that perseverance from gaming all these years. Like you're used to,
I got.
keep trying, keep
I
trying till
have
you
a
beat it.
satire one.
Go
I
ahead,
would
go ahead.
say trying to multitask while you in the actual game, because motherfuckers think, oh, you can just talk on the phone while I get off my phone.
That's
Get off
that's
my phone.
very
I'm
a
busy.
good one.
I'm busy.
There's no way.
The whole
Good one.
or
I'm gonna piggyback off that one, D'Lo. I guess going back to childhood now, being called down to like do a chore or something when you're playing an online game.
the
I put it
bruh
They're like pause.
the
They're saying pause
the
your game, and
let
it's
me tell you
like it's a
something.
long.
I
I
can't
can't.
pause
I've got a
it.
team.
Let me tell
They're
you something.
depending on me,
Let me
Mom.
tell you
They're
something.
depending on me.
The level of tough skin and gall you had to have not try to cuss your mom out as a 7-year-old to try to explain her that you're playing online. Like just trying to explain to your mama in a black house, to try to explain to your mama, I can't pause the game. The stuff is still happening. And she said, I don't give a damn. Like you just like, I can't.
Huh? And my mom throw hands
My
at you.
mama
She
my
will
mama
throw
has
hands at
unplugged
you.
the
I
game
promise you that.
before. Live.
Not on me.
No
at
memory
least.
card.
But she would say, "Get off."
No memory card.
Damn.
Get off the game. I said get off the game. A rage. The rage. You would have saw me on first 48 if I didn't have the right sense.
And
Now you're bringing back memories of my childhood of like my mom unplugging the game mid boss battle. This like old
That'd be the
instances
day.
where you
That'd be the
didn't
day
have
you
a
wouldn't
save
talk to your
point, you
mama.
didn't have. I was like,
I would get a whooping just to
What's
not
wrong
cry.
with
I would purposefully not make a sound just to make her more mad. But yeah,
VJ, it's funny you mentioned the phone because, if it's one way to get me mad, it's that. I'm basically a kid. Who the fuck calling me? I'm like, I'm trying to play the
and there's
game.
some
Then I
BS.
answer it.
Some
They ain't saying
BS.
nothing. I'm like, what are you doing?
Exactly. And I know you playing DBD. Next thing you know, you got motherfucker getting popped up around
Right.
the corner before you can get back, trying to hurry up and grab the controller. Like, oh shit.
And then it's, what was you doing? You dead now? Yeah. Then what you gonna mean? Yeah, I am. Now what? You ain't saying, say something, man.
Right.
Like, oh, it don't matter. It really
Calling
don't
a
matter
gamer
what it
is calling a gamer with some BS is the equivalent to putting it in the email in corporate America. Because this could have been an email, but we sitting here in a meet. You could have texted me this.
And I'm sitting here like this. I'm trying to put it close to the phone. Like, I know you hear these buttons. Like, just, oh, you playing a game? Yes. Like, no, they still want to talk. All right.
The
man. How was your
same,
work day?
mundane.
Fine.
Leave me alone.
Then that's when I'm trying to get one word answer to, fine. Can we get off the phone real quick? I'll call you back in a couple minutes, knowing I probably won't. But I'm gonna say that.
Couple of gamer minutes is the
get
next
off the
day.
phone.
Definitely
A
call
fortnight.
Yeah, exactly. Man, that's
I was
funny.
thinking along the lines of like gameplay. Like when I read the question, I'm like, what's so like when you think of platformer games, for example, like you think all you do is
There's
jump.
timing.
Like no, like you don't just jump. There's
Mhm.
timing, and then
Yeah.
definitely get to like. Isn't Cuphead is like notorious for being really hard. It's also a platformer game, right? So like we're talking about games that like if you play this game, you're gonna cry and not want to game. Yeah, Cuphead. So that's what I was thinking along those lines. Like that all I'm doing is jumping in a game and not trying to solve shit. Like no, platformer games are a lot harder than you think and require a lot more focus than you think.
D-Lo, she mentioned Cuphead. My heart started beating.
Let me find.
That would be the game that, like, if you play it for the first time as a first-time gamer, you're gonna not.
Let me find some live footage.
Gosh, Johnny, you ever play Cuphead?
I watched.
No, go play a casual player. Go watch a casual player that don't know what he doing.
I was gonna say a speed run.
Yeah, speedrunner. They're making it look easy.
Yeah, I've been watching speedruns. I know that I would not have fun playing that. So the only like rage game that I guess I played a couple of rage games. There's one called I Want to Be the Bashi that I played, which was it was a precision platformer. Those change you. I mean, probably harder than Dark Souls, probably harder than Elden Ring. I would say in terms of like what you have to put up with and like the amount of times you'll die before making any progress. I'd only cleared like the first couple bosses. I killed the Hello Kitty boss, which sounds ridiculous, I'm sure, but if you guys are familiar with that game, then you would have sympathy with me.
Hey Johnny, on the side note, I do have sympathy with you. BJ brought us a rage game. Remember that game he brought last time on GameCube? He brought
That's a rage game. Goodness gracious, that thing that stole my knife and then I couldn't even.
No, that is a rage game. I ain't gonna
Oh
lie.
my gosh!
I ain't gonna lie, it is a rage game.
What's it called?
Pokemon Kingdom.
Dokapon Kingdom. Yeah,
It's absolutely a rage game.
That was funny.
Shit.
That I won't deny.
that's a rage
I
game.
mean, it literally has a mechanic where you can play as like a class
shit
that is
crazy.
built upon just making everybody else rage in the game.
Oh, we're talking about the zombie game.
No. Johnny, I don't know if you've seen that either. Sent BJ the screenshot. They making a Xbox then out the Hunter Reckoning, a new one.
Okay.
So hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the other one as a child when we all tried to play it.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So maybe if it's updated. So the coolest thing is that it's in the World of Darkness universe, and the World of Darkness is the universe that Vampire the Masquerade is in, which is a fantastic tabletop RPG. If you're gothic and a nerd and like to flirt with your friends, it's a great game. That's it.
All right, man. I have to go with this I have to. I'll do it. This a hard one, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. It's a hard one. It's a very hard one. I can't really give some of this stuff. Will give it away. Yeah,
Did this game come out before 2015?
it did.
Okay.
Before 2000.
It did.
Since he said it was a hard one, it made me feel like maybe it's an older game.
Early one. Okay.
Before 2000.
Does this game have guns in it?
No, I personally like this game, but that's not the overwhelming thing.
Is this a fighting platformer or RPG game?
No.
Did this game come out on a cartridge?
Yes.
Okay.
So shooting in the game.
There's no guns.
No.
Sorry, my bad.
No.
Sorry.
Could be bow and arrow.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, he did paintball, so.
Yeah.
Multiplayer game primarily?
My bad.
No. This game's game rankings gave it a 43. All game gave it a 2.5. Computer and video games gave it a 50. I'm just relaying to you what kind of game it was. It's received not well.
On a cartridge before 2000, no guns. Let's see.
It's not a good game.
Was it a Sega game? Like on a Genesis?
Was this on a Genesis? No.
I'll use this one Nintendo. Either Super Nintendo or Nintendo.
Cartridge. It's part of a series.
DJ, what were the genres you mentioned? And you said no?
I said platformer, fighting game, or...
Yes.
Fighting.
You guys will never get this, in my opinion. I didn't even know this was a genre. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw a bone just because I don't know if you gonna get it. The genre is educational. That might give it away, but the genre is educational.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever.
I feel like I've seen an education as a genre, but I can't even think of the game I've seen it on. So I don't even think that would help. It's educational. God damn.
I was gonna say.
Does this game feature like popular characters? Like
does this game?
It does.
This game like a trivia or a quiz game? Damn. I'm trying to think like like your Family Feud or education.
Educational.
Man, the only educational game I could think of was Math Blaster. If you guys remember that, but I don't think it's in a cartridge. I think that was on the computer.
And you said it has popular character name? That's what you just said?
Like I said, that thing might give it away. The educational part, that might give it away.
There's a game I'm thinking of, and if it's that game, then it's going to be wild.
It probably is, Johnny, because when you first, it probably is.
Does this game feature time travel?
I don't know. So maybe.
Did we get the console?
Can you come?
We don't
Can you come up with something more specific?
Other than it's not Sega.
To rule out this game, yeah, I can ask a different question to rule out the game that I'm thinking of.
Go ahead.
Is a particular character missing in this game?
Yes, sir.
My goodness gracious. Wow.
Go ahead, man.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Oh, what a beautiful game.
I personally love that game.
Man, go ahead.
I played the hell out of this game. Is
over.
Is this game Mario is
That
missing?
is
It is Mario.
crazy.
It is Mario is
That
missing,
is
sir.
crazy.
It is.
That's a record.
Man.
What was the
Never heard of
time?
it.
Hold on, pause. What is
Never?
the timestamp on getting this damn?
Man, I'm gonna clip it. I don't know.
He was only in
It
this
ain't
for
been
10
that
minutes.
long.
Probably. Damn.
11 questions.
Yeah. So
Johnny,
in
did you
this-
like it? I liked it.
I played this game a lot. Yeah, it actually had a
too.
great soundtrack. Like
I've
the music
never
in this
heard
game is
this.
awesome. So you play as Luigi in this game, and you go time traveling to different points in history to try to find Mario. And the way that you clear each stage is you gather a bunch of historical facts, and you have to like put them together to solve the questions at the end of each zone. It was
sounds
weird, but it was fun.
What
Yeah,
was this on?
yeah. Super Nintendo.
Super
I need to
Nintendo.
put this on in emulators.
You'd have to run
That's
around and
crazy.
smash those koopas
Well-
to find those like facts about the
Play it now. I'd play
Yeah.
it now. I'm curious.
no,
I
it's
love
No,
it.
cool.
they'll stop you from trying to
That's
learn too
cool.
much. You know that game.
Hey, Mike.
Oh, Trevi.
Then the
Now I
extra,
wonder if we
extra.
would have gotten this without the hint. Now I wonder because
I'm gonna tell you right.
I
Did educational
Okay, I
help
don't know
you,
if
Johnny,
you-
for real?
as soon as he said it, my next question was, does this game feature famous characters?
That's
Because I was
crazy.
thinking Mario was missing.
I don't.
So it was. I mean, it led me straight there. Yeah.
I'm as surprised with this as I am with Shaq Fu when Caroline got that.
Hey,
I love Mario's missing. So
We needed a
I
win.
love that game.
I love that game.
Hey, that's cool, man. Hey, that's pretty.
That's
good.
one thing Andre, you and I, every once in a while, we find this one obscure game that you and I are just
Yeah.
spend so much time together on.
Somehow.
Yeah, we have a few of
Somehow.
those, man. Few of those. So for another episode of the Gaming Out, we appreciate y'all. Like D-Lo said, subscribe to that Patreon.
Wait,
Look-
we don't actually
no,
have one, do
look
we?
in the.
No, we don't.
Okay.
You.
No, dude, Daddy needs a new
What?
PS5, and it's that price ain't going down.
that's
We'll know you made it
crazy.
to the end of this video when you subscribe to the Patreon.
There it is. And it'll be up soon. There you we got it first.
Yeah, how do you guys expect us to talk about games if we can't afford the consoles? We gotta keep it
right.
alive.
Is it good?
So if you want us to keep talking,
Man.
PS6
All right,
right
guys.
around the corner. I'm just saying.